Hey there guys, hope everything's going okay. And today I'm going to be just giving my reaction to this big result that just happened yesterday where we beat Scotland, beat Israel 3-2. The magnitude of this game is absolutely massive in terms of us wanting to get a chance of qualifying for the World Cup and getting that playoff spot in second place. And we now have, after getting that huge win against Israel, we basically just created a gap, or a good gap now, between us and Israel of 4 points. Basically, if we do win a couple more of our games in the qualifiers, we basically have confirmed the spot of getting second place. We're talking about the result, but the performance, especially in that second half, was amazing. But we'll start with the first half. The first half, it was really mixed. Obviously, we started off really poorly, conceding really early on with Erin Zahavi getting the goal, and then we obviously equalised with John McGinn, but then we're always switching off and giving away opportunities in the first half, giving them to Israel, and that's kind of why they were 2-1 up at half time. And speaking of just before half time, Lyndon Dykes, I could talk about Lyndon Dykes both in a positive way and a negative way. He was basically the angel and the devil yesterday. He was amazing in some parts, but also at some point, in the game, he made some big mistakes, or missed some big chances. One thing specifically I'm talking about is obviously the penalty that he missed just before half time, where if he did score that we would have won 2-2, but luckily for him he did actually manage to turn it around, even though it was a ropey penalty, but he was able to get a goal in the second half to get us back into the game. And I don't really get the controversy around the goal, because he got the ball first. There was no actual contact with the man and the boot, because it was obviously ruled out initially because of a dangerous boot. But then if you look at the replay, and thanks to VAR, even though some people hate it, I'm not the biggest fan of it myself as well, but it made the right decision yesterday. We rightfully got the second goal from Dykes. It was a good finish, great ball from Robertson, and that kind of kicked us on to keep the pressure on Israel to go on to win the game. We were a lot more aggressive to Israel, pushing them down, getting in their faces, and I really enjoyed the second half performance. It's one of the best performances I've seen us play in quite a long time. But it wasn't just that we were aggressive to them, we were also very dominant. I can't really account a real chance that they created in that second half, because we were always on the ball, we were always closing them down, not giving them space. And apart from maybe a few balls that they whipped in, they didn't really have a lot of chances, and they only really had half chances, and some of them I think were a bit self-inflicted. I wasn't really sure on the back three that we selected. Obviously not really having a centre-back in there. Jack Hendry kind of switched off a few times. Mctominay is obviously not a centre-back, but Tierney can play centre-back, but he's not specifically a centre-back. So yeah, I was kind of a bit ropey with the makeshift defence, but we kept them quiet and we didn't really allow them to create any chances. We were always a threat down the wings as well, especially down that left with Robertson and Tierney. They were one of our main threats of us getting goals. I thought Patterson on the right as well was good. He made some good runs. Just maybe some of his final balls weren't the best, because I think there was a few times on that right hand side where we could have played it across to a Che Adams or a Dykes for a tap in. But overall, I was very impressed with the build-up play, especially because we created good chances. John McGinn late on also had a good chance, and I thought that was the big chance that we were going to regret, because we had quite a few chances in that second half, and we kind of not threw it away, but we kind of wasted our opportunities. But luckily for us, it didn't really matter, because Scott McTominay with the big goal, the big winner. And I absolutely love this guy now, because that goal is absolutely massive in our hopes of wanting to qualify. Some other performances I was really proud of, or a specific person I really enjoyed watching yesterday, was Billy Gilmore. I absolutely love this guy as well. He's really smart with his plays. He's great on the ball. He picks the right pass all the time. He was dictating the play yesterday, and I thought he was amazing as well. Even though it was a 3-2 win, it could have been so much more, because I think we had a lot of chances. We also had the Dykes chance with Dykes penalty. Dykes also had a header. And we overall deserved the win, but it could have been, I'd say it probably should have been about 5 or 4-2 us, really. But yeah, really good performance though, and it puts us in good stead for qualifying. And we just keep moving on, and our next qualifier is against the Faroe Islands, where we go away to the Faroe Islands. And if we do win that game, that gets us one step closer to getting that second place spot secured. Thanks guys for watching, really appreciate it. Would love to hear your thoughts on the game in the comments below. Do you think we're going to qualify for the World Cup? Love to hear your thoughts. Do you think we're actually going to get that second place secured and maybe go on to qualify for the World Cup in Qatar? But thanks guys for watching, really appreciate it. This is a channel basically we're doing Scottish football content on a regular basis, so if you enjoy that, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like as well, really appreciate it. And yeah, thanks guys for watching, cheers.